Mike Dukakis. Have I ever told my Mike Dukakis story on the air? Certainly not in a real fucking podcast. Did you ever hear it?
Let's hear it.
So, my ex, the mother of my children, her mother and whole family, as well as my ex, she's from Holland. They're not Americans. My ex has a green card. She's a permanent resident.
Yes.
But anyway, there's been a lot of back and forth. We always hosted people. We used to visit there. I've been to Amsterdam. I've been to Holland many, a lot of times.
More times than you want to admit.
I think I can't count it on two hands, to be honest with you.
You've been there a lot.
I've been there a lot. So anyway, I went up to the Logan. It was Terminal E, which I think looks a little different now, but basically Terminal E, when you're waiting, they got to come through customs, then they come through the big swinging doors, and you find them. And it's like a big, long hallway. I don't know. Have you ever picked anyone up from an international flight?
Yes.
All right, so you know what I'm talking about. I don't know if it still looks that way, but then it did. I haven't picked anybody up in a while. So I'm sitting there. I was there like I usually am with stuff like this because I'm a lunatic. I was a good hour earlier than her flight was even coming in. You know what I mean?
That's not being a lunatic. That's being very nice.
I'm a fucking maniac. I have to be early. I have to be early to everything I do.
Well,
I get to work at I'm supposed to be there at 8. I get there at 7:25. I can't even get in the building. They haven't even given me a passcode yet.
You've got that.
I got to wait for someone to show up.
Your dad has, which is a little bit of that OCD shit going on.
Yeah, I like taking naps and not working, but when I am working, I'm fucking pretty good about working. You know what I mean?
You sure are, and you're a hard worker.
Well, thank you. You don't have to say that. Anyway, so I'm sitting there.
I'm saying it because I know it.
Thanks. And so I sit there. I was actually sitting on the floor with my back up against the wall, very comfortable, reading. So now it's people watching time, and it's the best. You watch people come through, and whoever's greeting them, you try to figure out the story. You know what I mean? You can eavesdrop. It's great. This is a visitor, or this is someone coming home, or this is somebody. You try to figure out all the little stories. So anyway, at one point, boom, comes through the door, all by himself, fucking wheeling two.
Oh, you did tell me this, but you finish. Go ahead. This is a great
story.
Mike
Dukakis, right?
Yep.
It's Mike Dukakis. He's about 5'0".
Yep.
And he was pretty gray, not like white like he is now, because that motherfucker went white.
This is relatively recent.
Well, it's probably square, so he was 88. I'm gonna say this was probably in the early 2000s. 2002, 2003.
What do you mean he was 88?
No.
Forgive me.
1988 he ran against. That was the year he was the nominee against Poppy, right?
Oh, yes. 88, yes.
Yeah, 1988.
I'm thinking 98 in my head.
In my head, it was 15 years, and it's been about 50. It's like square in the middle, right?
So like 2003.
Something like that.
You're at the
right?
airport.
Yeah. So he comes through, and I was like, I'm like, well, first of all, I didn't know, but first thing that crossed my mind was, wow, I guess, you don't get Secret Service protection after you've been the nominee. Yeah, you know what I mean? I was just like, and not only that, he had no security with him, nothing. So anyway, and I'm looking around, and he comes out, and he stops. He looks back at the door he just came through.
Yeah.
He goes like this. His shoulders fucking go like this. They go down. He walks. He walks through the crowd, and he stands right next to me. I'm sitting on the ground with my fucking back against the wall. There happened to be a spot for him to lean on the wall. He was closer than you. I mean, he was like this. Here's Mike Dukakis. Here's me.
Yep.
So now I'm like, this is pretty cool. I'm never going to say anything to the guy.
Right.
I'm not. So he's
You're
like,
not like that.
So now he's like this. He's got a wristwatch. He's looking down at his wristwatch. Now his foot's starting to tap. Looks down at his wristwatch. His fucking foot's starting to tap.
Now he's getting off a flight.
Yeah, he's clearly waiting for someone else to come through the door.
That's right.
All right. You know who he's waiting for?
Kitty.
Right. About 20 minutes later, here comes Kitty. Boom! She's got not one, but two guys wheeling bags on huge carts. She's got her fucking thing over here. Her fucking hair could not be more fucked up. I swear to Christ, her lipstick was smeared up halfway to her fucking ear. She was fucking fucked.
Was she bombed?
I don't know. So
she was
walks
bombed
up.
a lot.
So Dukakis goes like, he does the whole thing again with his shoulders, literally. He walks up, and the two of them are like,
yelling at each other
in their face, right? As they walk all the way out the terminal, out the front door. You know, they probably had a car, but I'm like, no one was even. There wasn't even a guy with a fucking sign. You know what I mean? But the guy, they got escorted out by the customs guys or whoever. You know.
Well, I don't believe anybody in public office.
It was